Welcome to my outhouse, Sayertown, built by me, Aaron, and by my good friend Paval, who is an amazing builder. He did most of the work. I supplied the plans and the design, and of course the materials. But without his skills I could never build it, so thank you, Paval. This is where I will house in my future many models, but mainly built also to house my model railway project called Aaronville. I had done a paper plan many months ago. Whoop. There we go, many months ago. And then I finally bought the plywood a couple of months ago in April 2024. It's 12mm in depth. The plywood I bought was 10 foot long by 4 foot wide. I bought 2 of them. But the plan only requires 9 feet long by 8 feet wide. So both boards are now 9 feet, will be 9 feet by 4 feet each. Eventually, I will build, of course, the tables that they will be on, with the ability to have their lids raised at an angle, like as if using a car boot lift. So I can do the wiring. They will be split apart while I'm working on it, and then they will be pushed together for the run-in. But as you can see, what I did, rather than use any other design, computer aided design, I actually decided to put the track actually on the plywood to see if it all fit. This track is quite old, so I will renew it, as I inherited the track from somebody else, but I just wanted to lay the track to see if it'll fit. So here it is, the plan, Aaronville. It will have 2 009 tracks which will loop around the edge of the 00 layout. So the 009 will go along like this, through a tunnel, around the edge, still in the tunnel, then we'll come out the tunnel with a possible switch point, and one way, the furthest side, the outside of the layout, the 009 track will rise up to a point, and then I might decouple and do a gravity train run, and the other 009 will be at ground level. This will carry on looping down, and will eventually come around here where one will go into a slate mine or something, or just a siding, and then there'll be a 009 station with like a passing loop or switching loop from track to track. So that's the 009. The 00 gauge track will then come past the station on either side. There will be a signal box and a signal box house for the signalman to live in with his garden, maybe, hopefully. And the 009 track will then come together, close together through the tunnel, which is all the other tracks going through with a possible switch across. And then it will come through here, and then the track will come out of the tunnel and go round as 2 mainline tracks, as you can see. And then it'll come down here and back past the station. Also, the mainline track will have the option to go into what some people would call a fiddle yard, but because this will be open to for everybody to see, it'll become a diorama storage area where it'll store coaches and wagons and things and track engines maybe as a fiddle yard, but it's not a fiddle yard, it's a diorama that you will see. And then it'll come out of the storage area and join the main line again. And then there we go. Also, then there'll be an option, any engine on this side of the track will go into the centre where there'll be a turntable to store engines, and also maybe run through to store other engines. And then they can come out here, along here, or back onto that line. And there'll also be an area where coal wagons and other wagons will be stored, and a shunter which will build the rake will be picked up by the other engine to take around. And then it's got a chance to go round an inner loop. Still, they can do the inner loop round here, but also the option will be to switch onto the main line, or the main line can come off into the inner loop here as well, which will be. So that will be, so eventually there could be 3 loops running. Now, I'm in mind that maybe this turntable should be moved over to that area, so we'll have track coming in here with the coal and water and everything, rather than the coal and water outside, there for the engine to go along. So, and come back from into the turntable. So I'm in 2 minds whether to put it here or there. What do you think is best? For the obviously the track will be set permanently with its own diorama around it and trees and things. But here, this area will be a chance to have like a factory or something. It'll be a flexible area, a diorama area where we can switch from a factory to maybe an area where they're selling cattle or different types of factories, and I can just swap and change that area. Here will be permanent like terraced houses with a terraced back gardens and a little cobble street, like up in the north or somewhere. And then here will be another flexible diorama area where I could have like an airfield or a hospital or school or church or housing estate or farm. And I can chop and change over the years different dioramas over here and over here. So in effect, the model railway will have its permanent line, but these will be able to have constantly changing different dioramas. So I don't, because the worst thing on a model railway is to fix it all down and go, oh, I want to change a diorama, an area, and you have to dig it all up a bit and destroy things. Well, this way you'll have a flexible area. So there we go. And there's some parking for the station with footbridges, with a little road going all the way round. In a little road going all the way round there. So there you go. What do you think? Aaronville is born. It's going to take me a long time over the years to do it, but that's how it goes. It will be a DCC layout, and I will be using, I'm hoping, Hornby HM7000 Bluetooth chips to control it. So the track will just be powered, but the engines will be controlled by will be DCC with the Hornby HM7000 chips in it, in the engines. That is the aim of the game. I'm not sure about the 009 engines. We'll try my best to put them in. And the accessories for point changing and signals and ABC braking, I plan to use Megapoint controllers systems. for the accessories and for the points and signals to be controlled on a DC system. So there you go. That's the plan. What do you think? It's the best I want to do. It's my ideal, and it's going to take a long time. So Aaronville is finally born, but was conceived in 2023 and born 2024. Thank you for watching.